LPT Request: How to gracefully avoid post-work bar gatherings. I started a new job about a month ago. And while the job itself is fine and my coworkers are nice, I don't want to hang out with them socially. All they talk about is work, which I'd rather not talk about off the clock. Or God, which I'd rather not talk about at all. How can I get out of this without seeming like an antisocial asshole? To be clear, I am a bit of an antisocial asshole, but they don't need to know that yet. Thank you so much for inviting me, but I have obligations at home. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks, but I've got plans. Sorry. Making dinner and watching TV at home count as plans, so it's not even dishonest. Tell them that it interferes with your Alcoholics Anonymous meetings. Have kids. Or pretend kids. Depends on company and culture and what you want from the job. At many places I've worked, attending those kind of events okay. Maybe not every Friday happy hour, but definitely the here-there team lunch, team dinner, etc. has a strong influence on your prospects' promotion, assignments, etc. While we may want to live in a meritocracy, where hard work is seen and rewarded, that just ain't the case. Just politely decline and eventually they will get the hint and stop asking. Sorry, bars aren't really my thing. Thanks for inviting me though. Bring in donuts or something the next day. You'll be the person who brought in the donuts, not the person who didn't go to the thing after work. I have demanding fans. Can't make it tonight. I'm part of a really intense Harvard alum CrossFit group that I met through my Essential Oils group on Facebook. I'll tell you all about next time we meet up after work. Be sure to let me know. I don't know why people are telling you to make stuff up. I'm beat. I'm just going to go home and loaf. Appreciate the invite. Just say you can't, and then, don't. Thanks for the invite, but I have other plans. Even if my other plans are heading home and doing absolutely nothing, it counts. Go. Just for one drink or have a soda and say you don't drink or you can't due to medication. You'll look like an antisocial asshole regardless of the excuse. Your career will benefit greatly from small things like this. Go once and just be yourself. Based on your responses to other comments, you won't be invited again. Say you have a fake recurring thing to go to. One woman told the social club, "Hey, I'm not gonna come along to anything. Don't take it personal. It's just I'm so busy and I have enough friends that I barely see now. I'll still donate cash when people leave." Sweet. I'm super antisocial and literally never approach anyone at work. I'm just not interested in chatting or getting to know them. But I'm nice enough that they like me and invite me to stuff. But I've also made it clear that I just don't want to hang out. I'm friendly and I like them, but I do not want to hang out. You don't owe them an explanation. No thanks. I don't want to do that. Is totally fine. Just continue being friendly and that's what they'll expect. Thanks so much for the invite. I need to go to the Church of Satan tonight. Doctor's appointment, meeting up with other friends, rec league game. That's the problem with hanging out with coworkers. They always want to talk about work. I don't even think about work when I leave. I definitely don't want to drink beers and talk about it. I don't hang out with them anymore. I like them. But yeah. No is a complete sentence. Tell them that your parole officer has given you a curfew. I'm just honest and say that sort of stuff is my worst nightmare and not my thing. They seem to understand. I appreciate being asked, but no thanks. I mean, if you really don't want to, you can just tell them honestly, when I leave I don't want to even think about this place. I appreciate the offer. I genuinely do. But it's not my style, guys. Why can't you just tell them you're tired? In fact, why do you need to give them a reason? Just say nah, sorry. Not tonight. Maybe next time. If you really want to give off a good impression, you can pretend to actually think about it for a second. No thanks, I don't drink. I've found the best way to handle people who talk about work is to not engage those subjects at all, and constantly change the subject away from work when someone does talk about it. If unable to change, I excuse myself and go to the restroom or grab another drink. Back when I was single and would go on those work drink gatherings, if they refused to change subjects, I'd just find another person who's there and start conversation with them. One of my best friends was met this way. Always keep it super vague. Never explain. Just know, I have other plans, obligations. This goes for really anything you don't want to do. You don't owe anyone an explanation. Lol, I'm reading this as I'm at a post-work bar gathering I was trying to get out of. Sorry, I have to feed the gimp. Just don't go. Sorry, that's not for me. Sorry, I'm busy. That should be the end of the conversation. If not, tell em fuck off. Bring coffee and pastry or the like once a week, way easier. Trust me. As a social manager who obsessively tried to get his antisocial coworkers to go out, the effort wears out. I got tired of being disappointed by them declining. I still invited, but got less upset when they turned it down. I never associated their social effort with their work effort. If that happens to you, it's a bad place to work for. It's completely within your rights to decline socializing with coworkers. It is completely within your coworkers' rights to hold your antisocial asshole status against you when it comes time for career advancement. I leave work at work, and professional relationships are strictly professional. Just a simple but thorough statement has prevented me from many such instances. I'm super blunt, and I always tell people I'm not keen on interacting with coworkers in my personal life. It stops the conversation into them negging me to join them. Depending on the career you have, this may not be a feasible way to frame it. If you say no thanks, you don't need to offer an explanation. If they continue to push, then you know for sure these people are not the ones you want in your life. If they can't even accept your personal time, imagine what they could force on you in company time. No, thank you. How are you people so incredibly fucking terrible at being human beings? Just say I'll have to spend some time writing my novel. Mysterious and intriguing. And next time you want to go out, they know what to talk with you other than work. I'll have a quick Swiftie with you, but then, I'm going to have a nice time, everyone. Just look them dead in the eye and say, we're trying for a baby. And then slowly start the nod. Smile. Why do you need an excuse? Just politely decline. Not everyone wants to spend what precious few free hours they have sitting at a bar complaining about work. I can't think of a more miserable waste of time, honestly. Pick up a hobby with the sober time instead. Say you're a recovering alcoholic. If you're an atheist, talk about that sometimes. If you're not, try it out. You'll stop being invited. I like you all and I want to keep it that way. I wouldn't actually say that, but that'd be my truth. Make friends, you fucking weirdo. I'm considering creating a church cult. Potentially use that. Have to make it extreme to avoid coworkers wanting to join said cult church. But really, it's just odd to me. Maybe this is in the US. Socially first question asked. So what do you do? And at work, what do you do outside of work? I don't work outside of work. As a childless, partnerless person, it is always interesting to hear the responses.